Yeah, so that's my top 10. I do want to answer the question real quick. The quarterbacks, yeah, it's the hardest position to find a consistent player for. I mean, if you look at the quarterbacks, and the other thing too that people don't realize is that quarterback position, Byron Jones, thank you for answering that. Yeah, but they lost Byron Jones to the Dolphins, so they definitely need a number one corner. So that's where Patrick Surtain comes in. Quarterback, though, is one of the hardest positions to find consistency in because you need a guy who can throw the ball well, strength wise, so throw the ball far, has the accuracy to do so, has touch, being able to throw specific passes over a linebacker's head, under a safety, those kind of things. He needs to have the ability to hit a hitch on a line drive. So he needs to be able to throw the ball hard and in time, and hitches, out routes, flat routes, things like that. He also needs to have the ability to sit in the pocket and basically take a hit and not be stressed about it, or not be worried, or not have that on his mind that he's going to be hit. He needs to basically, be fearless in the pocket. He needs to work in the pocket well. He needs to be able to create when the play breaks down. And all of that, he needs to also step up in those big situations when a throw needs to happen. He needs to not shy away from those moments. And then he also needs to be a team leader. He also needs to be the face of your franchise. It's ridiculous how hard it is to find a quarterback that can be all of those things. So what you're hoping really out of the draft is that you get a quarterback that you can mold into those and has enough of those qualities to start that it is easy to mold him into that. Some quarterbacks that come out of the draft really just ready to do that. Patrick Mahomes in the latest example, Deshaun Watson as well. And obviously there's questions about his Deshaun Watson right now, but yeah, it's unbelievably difficult to look at a quarterback, scout a quarterback, because really what you're scouting for is what are his flaws? What does he not do off that list that I said? And can we fix those mistakes? Can we fix those issues? Because if a guy just doesn't have touch on a ball, it's hard to teach him touch. It's hard to teach a player to have touch on a ball. Like, you don't throw it so hard, throw it a little bit lighter, but not too hard, but not hard, like it's hard to teach touch. So when a quarterback doesn't have touch, that already sets them at a disadvantage over other quarterbacks. If a quarterback's not a leader in the locker room, not a natural leader, not a hard worker, that automatically sets them back. If a quarterback has difficulty with accuracy, can't throw deep balls very well, that's going to be a problem in the NFL hugely, because if you can't throw a deep ball accurately enough to basically keep a defense honest, they're going to play up on you all the time. You're going to get rushed a lot more and more successfully, and you're going to have a harder time running any type of offense. You can't create and get outside the pocket. That's going to be a problem, because the defenses are going to be able to contain you within the pocket. And once they do that, blitzes and all kinds of things like that can get to you so much quicker and so much easier. And the defense is able to kind of basically play off that. If you get scared from blitzes, or they get happy feet, or they start hearing footsteps, that immediately does the same thing too. So those are all the issues with drafting a quarterback. And that's really, you're just looking at quarterbacks and going, how many issues do they have? What are those issues? Can those issues be fixed? What did they do well? Is it well enough to start and fix those issues? Yes. Okay, then you draft him. That's how that goes.
And also, is Andy Dalton a pocket quarterback, or is he pretty agile? From my understanding, he is mainly a pocket quarterback now who used to be able to run, but basically we don't want to put him in that situation. Maybe he could do it, but he's on the older side now, and he's not the spring chicken running that he used to be. He used to be able to, a little bit more than I think people noticed.
Well, and he doesn't have the same kind of, obviously, like, I'm comparing him to who I'm about to is obviously not even realistic, but like an Aaron Rodgers is able to get outside the pocket. Like, you're not scared of him getting outside the pocket because of how much he's able to create and how successful he is at doing so. Andy Dalton has never really had that in his career, moving outside the pocket. So even now at his old age, I really don't expect him to get outside the pocket much. I think he's going to be a pocket passer, which is what they've wanted, and that's what they wanted Mitch Trubisky to be for so long. And now Mitch is in Buffalo, and it's a great situation for him because he gets to learn behind Josh Allen, start with a whole new offense, and he could just spend a year with no pressure on him, just learning the game. And, you know, I wish the best for him. He was a great guy. It's just sad that he was unfortunately drafted by our team, and we had to watch our team suck for 4 years. But,
Yeah.
you know, anyway.